Hey guys, it's Andrea and welcome to the February plan with me. With Valentine's Day being so close, I decided to use it as inspiration for this month's theme. All supplies I use will be listed in the description box below. For the title page, I drew a bunch of banner flags and added lots of dangling wind chime type hearts and swirls. I love that you can draw hearts in so many styles. I filled in the banners with hearts and swirls and wrote February in the longest one. Then I colored in all of the banners and heart chimes using almost all of the pink shades. I'm still learning all the tricks to using these markers, but it seems that you either have to use the marker first and then fill in the black outlines, or just wait longer for the outline to dry. I was finding that the marker was smudging the outlines. It turned out way better when I wrote the year last in the flags. Next is the monthly calendar, and yes, I got the year right this time. I also changed the monthly goals to just a to-do list. So I switched it up. I made this one look like the traditional calendar layout. I drew squares for all of the days of the week. I did have this pre-sketched out, but I still found a way to make a mistake. I think it's because I saw a line from the heart chimes on the previous title page. Even though these pages don't really bleed through with the felts and markers that I use, I wish they were a little thicker and less transparent. I wrote the days of the week at the top and colored in my February title with all my pink shades. Then I gave all the boxes a pink drop shadow. I wrote all the numbers of the days in the top right corner. Lastly, I outlined the title with a really thick drop shadow. For my February trackers, I wanted to separate the mood and give it its own page. So I only wrote the daily and weather tracker on this page. The daily tracker didn't change at all, but the weather I switched up and made it into tiny boxes. I'm going to draw the picture of the weather and write the high and low beside it. Then I numbered all the days at the bottom of every box. I colored in the Saturday and Sunday of the daily tracker, drew my lines to separate Sunday and Monday, and outlined January at the top. This page was so much fun to sketch out. I wanted to make the title look like a gradient. I used a light pink for the bottom 2/3 of the letter, then overlapped the darker pink for the top 2/3. Then I went over each color again, but only just a little over the line where the other color ended. It gave it a really nice gradient effect. I also decided to save the outlining of the letters till the end so they wouldn't smudge. I wrote all my moods at the top and added a few more because sometimes I'm more than just happy or sad. The word tracker became the string that all the heart chimes will be hanging off of. I've seen a few variations on Pinterest where people track their moods with shapes, and I wanted to give it a try. I gotta say, I'm really in love with this page. So pretty. Then I color-coded my moods and numbered each heart. I can't wait until they're all colored in. I wanted to add something to this month in the form of pictures, so I labeled this one Polaroid Memories. Next is my other favorite page, my brain dump. I wrote the name in pink and continued the border all the way around. Then I drew the light bulb and gave the title a tiny drop shadow. I also added some hearts to the bottom corners. My exercise tracker was a great addition in January. Even though I actually didn't fill it up, I did use a good portion of it. So because a lot of the exercises are repeated, I decided to divide my columns into 3, giving me 3 separate days to do the same exercise. This next spread is the start of the weeklies. I wrote January 29th to February 4th at the top. Then I added a quote that says, "Difficult roads often lead to beautiful destinations." I colored in the calligraphy spaces in my title and my quote. For my meals, I'm using colored circles. I'm really loving this addition to my journal. So easy to plan out upcoming dinners or just keep track of what you're eating. I kept my days of the week as the box style layout. I'm finding this layout has the most amount of space so far for writing in all my tasks. I put the day of the week in the top right corner, decorated in hearts. I was getting bored of my water and sleep tracker graphs and decided to make the water be cups instead, and for the sleep be just a box where I will write the hours inside. Then all that's left is to color it in. This has definitely been my favorite weekly spread so far. It's just so colorful. Well, that's it for February. I hope you've enjoyed this, and if you try any of the spreads I have created, please tag me on Instagram at Amazing-Andrea1. That's with underscores. I would love to see your recreations. If you don't want to miss next month's setup, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you next time.